107, it's the Fun Morning Show, Thursday morning, October 10th, 2024. Maya has a birthday today. She was part of one of Fun 107's biggest shows ever at the Whaling City Festival when she performed with Next and Praz. She is 45 today. NASCAR driver Dale Earnhardt Jr. is the big 5-0 today. Mario Lopez, he's got a birthday today. Slater from Saved by the Bell, turning 51 today. Can you believe that? NFL Hall of Famer Brett Favre is 55. The voice of Ariel, her name is Jodie Benson. She's got one of the most recognizable voices in Disney history. And she turns 63 today.
Part of that world.
On this date, 1845, the Naval Academy established in Annapolis, Maryland.
There's excitement going round. There's a party.
The game of Twister was introduced back in 1966. After becoming a quadriplegic in a horse riding accident, actor Christopher Reeve passed away at the age of 52. That was 20 years ago today. And Big Papi played his final Major League Baseball game, 8-7. It's the Fun Morning Show. Going to be an absolutely beautiful day today. Going to see lots of sunshine, maybe a few clouds, and highs right around 60.
Of Hollywood, right here to the South Coast, and we are here for it. We're spilling the tea with the entertainment update presented by Kia of Dartmouth on the South Coast #1 hit music station.
So Justin Bieber is reportedly struggling with his mental health as his once close friend Sean Diddy Combs faces criminal allegations of assault, of abuse, trafficking, and more horrific claims. Justin is in a hard place mentally right now, quote, says a source at Us Weekly yesterday. He has such a history with Diddy, and the allegations against Diddy have been hard to process for Bieber. A different insider said to Us Weekly that the 30-year-old star is completely disgusted by Combs' scandal and that he has been advised to stay as far away as possible from anything to do with Diddy, which is pretty good advice, I'd say. Even though Bieber wants to distance himself from him, his name has been brought up on numerous occasions due to his previous friendship with the rapper when he was just a kid. Back a few months back, they had the old YouTube video come out about his 48 hours with Diddy. It is resurfaced, and it is cringe. Cringe when you know the backstory.
I can't. These are the ones I stay away from. Far away.
Yeah, so Diddy was saying, where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream, said Combs back then in the video clip. He says, we gonna go full buck, full crazy. Whatever that means with a child.
So did you hear The Simpsons may have done it again with this case?
No.
With the Bieber story and with Diddy. So there's an old clip of Bart Simpson gets invited to a Diddy white party. And they're connecting dots here, but they're claiming that Bart was Justin, Diddy was there, there was a white party. Mr. Burns was dressed up in all white, everybody was all white. It was an all white party.
Yeah.
At Diddy's house. But again, I mean, that's at the time, Diddy
that was
put
his
it
thing.
out there. It was his thing, so... I can't.
Well, J-Lo is speaking up about the breakup with Ben Affleck. She says she plans to be alone for a little while. Being in a relationship doesn't define me, said J-Lo. I can't be looking for happiness in other people. I have to have happiness within myself. Very wise. Her marriage to Affleck lasted 2 years. This is her 4th divorce. And now J-Lo saying that her pattern of seeking happiness in relationships is not healthy.
So it only took 4 marriages.
You know what? For people who are romantics and love being in relationships and want to grow old with somebody, we think, I have to have that to be a whole and to be happy. And J-Lo says, no, you don't. So.
Well, I say speak for yourself, J-Lo. That's my plan, at least. I'm happy. I mean, I don't want to be this guy, but I'm going to say it anyway. Think about how much 4 divorces cost, okay? No, thank you. I don't even want to afford one. I don't even want to have one. I'm not even going to go down that road, but I'm just saying for her, she makes it sound so easy to just kind of put off her 4 marriages. And you know what? I think I'll just do me for a while. J-Lo, honey, you should have done that from the get-go, not after your 4th marriage. Then now, second one with him, right? I believe. Like they got engaged.
Yes.
And then this was the final one.
Yep.
Just be by yourself. That's it.
Travis Kelce, speaking of marriage, Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift may be celebrating their engagement during the Kansas City Chiefs bye week, according to Troy Aikman. So the former Cowboys quarterback revealed on the Pardon My Take podcast yesterday that he heard the tight end, 35-year-old tight end Kelce, recently popped the question. So play this audio. This is the Pardon My Take podcast. Troy Aikman's the guest here.
Have you ever done the thing where you became an ordained minister online? You fill out a form, takes you 5 minutes, and you get a certificate?
I've done that to become a bartender, but not a minister. So.
Okay, all right. So they're not actually married. It's like, have you ever seen that thing you do? That's what happens to the lead singer. They accidentally say he's engaged. The band falls apart. You might have just cursed the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You know what? Someone, I don't know if I cursed him or not, but someone actually reached out to me today and said that they might actually be engaged. So I might have broke the story.
I like that.
So he's talking about, on Monday Night Football a few days ago, he accidentally called Taylor Mrs. Kelce. And, then everything went crazy. But he's saying that
it could possibly be a thing.
He believes that they are engaged,
but
according to Troy Aikman.
Still shouldn't be Mrs., though. It's not a Mrs. yet until
Not
you
yet,
actually
not
cross
yet.
the altar.
More entertainment news up on the Fun 107 app. The entertainment update is brought to you by Kia of Dartmouth. Get the best deal on your new Kia with Kia of Dartmouth's exclusive 10% discount on select Kia model. And if you are a fan of these Dunka Latte drinks from Dunkin', life has been a struggle for you.
I don't know what a Dunka Latte is.
So, from what I understand, it's like a regular Dunkin' latte drink.
Okay.
The big difference maker, though, is that they use coffee milk in it.
Oh.
Yeah. And once you're in, it's like...
Oh, you can't get out.
You cannot get out.
They know what they're doing over there.
It is like people are flipping out about the Dunkin' latte drinks.
All right, so just to break down real quick. So if you have a Dunkin' latte... Just I'll have a caramel latte, whatever.
And they'll put cream or whatever
regular.
in it.
But if you say Dunka latte, they know, all right, Stephanie, go to the back. Get the coffee milk.
That's it.
Oh, man.
So here's the problem. These drinks are so popular that Dunkin' can't get the coffee milk in fast enough.
This is New England. What are they talking about?
I know. But they've got their distributor of the coffee milk. And the coffee milk is used to make the Dunkin' latte. You following me here? So you run out of coffee milk, you can't do the Dunkin' latte, and the people freak out.
Oh, they gave him a taste, too. Once you have a taste.
That's it.
Oh, no. All right, well, then can't we solve this easily? I mean, I know Autocrat's been like, the founding father here in Rhode Island and Massachusetts, but can't we go a little bit more local, get some Silmo up in there or something like that?
It's funny you bring that up because... a lot of the Dunkin' employees that I've been talking to say that they get coffee syrup for other drinks that they put together and that they can make the coffee milk. If they've got the milk, they've got the syrup, they can make the coffee milk and then turn around and make the Dunkin' latte, but they're not supposed to do that. So, I don't know. They've got the stuff there. If you really want to butter up your local Dunkin' person,
if you
slip a Finsky their way.
That's what I'm saying. If you're the CEO of Dunkin', give the people what they want. You're going to make money. You're there to make money. That's your job.
I think Dunkin's not hating this situation. It's like people always want what they can't have.
Okay.
And so people, it's getting a little...
people are on edge.
A little bit edgy
out
there because people love it. People love this Dunkin' latte. So I think that they're creating this demand, and it's working.
I don't know. Listen, I am a plain Jane, give me a hot black coffee kind of guy. Call me old-fashioned. But this is reason number 55 why I won't add anything to my coffee. So I don't get suckered into this Dunkin' Latte. You know what the last time I got sucked into? Dunkachino.
Yeah,
You know what a Dunkachino is?
No.
Just coffee and hot chocolate. So it's almost like a mocha.
Yeah.
But it's just regular coffee as opposed to espresso and milk. And I think they still do it, but I ordered it a few times in the past, and they're like, oh, we don't have it anymore. So that might be a fluctuating product as well. But now I'm seeing a pattern. Anything with Dunka in front of it
Gets a little crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I talked to Tom Daly, who owns a bunch of the Dunkins around here, including that new one that we were at
Route 18?
down on Route 18, South Front Street. He says, we still have Dunkin' Lattes. However, we occasionally run out of the coffee milk because our distribution center can only send us so much. Some of our stores were out of coffee milk yesterday until the delivery came, which was also yesterday. So it was just, little hiccups. The stores aren't getting the coffee milk as fast as they can sell it, I guess. So that's the issue there. I also talked to the corporate offices at Dunkin'. I went right to the source.
Of course he did.
And they told me the buzz around the Dunkin' Latte has been, quote, overwhelming. Due to high demand, we're running low, but stay tuned.
Get out of here.
Stay tuned, said the spokesperson. The Dunkin' Latte will be back before you know it, see? You see what they're doing there?
They have stockpiles.
They know what they're
of
doing.
Coffee
Exactly.
Syrup. This is why I go to Honeydew. Shots fired.
So if you are a Dunkin' employee, do you have that coffee syrup? And if so, would you make a little side Dunkin' Latte for somebody if somebody asks?
Oh, hustle.
Call us up, 508-994-1071. Fun 107, the Fun Morning Show. And we've been watching all night this hurricane battering Florida. It's tough to see. I mean, that's a lot of destruction happening down there in Florida. Seeing the videos out of Venice.
Oh, man.
It's just like the whole place is underwater.
We're going to talk to my cousin coming up in a little bit. She lives down in Tampa. She's from Westport originally, and she had to move up to St. Petersburg. And she goes, oh, it's fine. We're far away. Well, I got some updates on her from last night, and I mean, this hurricane was miles wide.
Yeah.
I knew there was going to be some kind of damage, so we'll get to that in just a little bit. But first, I do got to tip my cap to Hassaneck Acres in Westport. They're a small little local beef farm, delicious beef. I'm just going to put that out there right now. They are heading down around 2 o'clock this afternoon with a trailer full of donated items, whether it's, pet food and water, lots of water, tarps, you name it. I know for a fact that I'm trying to think of the restaurant that we went to down by East Beach there. I should know this from Westport. It's the
Bayside?
The Bayside. I know they donated pallets of water to the farm to bring down there, and they're going to be having Southwest Florida Excavation, which a family member runs that. They're going to be bringing everything down there. It's just really nice to see these local businesses around here kind of getting involved. We had a Fairhaven guy, a Fairhaven business, reach out to the Helena victims and head down there. And now we have, I can never say this. I'm sorry. It's Hassaneck Acres. There's a silent G in it that throws me off every time. As well as Lexi's Hot Dogs in Westport. I know she's got her own trailer that she's going to be bringing down there as well. So if you want to donate, you can go to fun107.com, see what they're looking for. There's a phone number on there. You can reach out to them specifically, say, hey, let's meet up. I got stuff for you.
They'll fill up those trucks.
They'll fill up those trucks.
Head down to Florida.
And I did get confirmation that Hassaneck Acres will be making multiple trips, not just one.
Wow.
So don't worry if you missed the boat this time. As they leave and depart around 2 o'clock, they are going to be making their way back up and then back down again as far as south as they can go.
I'm surprised they're going so soon. Like driving into the storm. I mean, I guess they'll make it so that they won't arrive there in the storm, I'm guessing.
At this point, that storm, did it cross over? Yeah, or is it still landfall? I'm trying to keep up with it, but I'm trying to wonder if it crossed over the peninsula of Florida.
I doubt it's done yet.
Well, either way, by the time they get down there, if they leave at 2 o'clock today, that storm will be gone. That'll be out into the Atlantic. So, but no, just thank you to the local businesses who are just stepping up and doing something and not just, sending prayers from their couch.
It is 6:56. We've got Phil Devitt standing by in the Fun 107 newsroom.
Taunton Mayor Shauna O'Connell wants assault charges filed against her earlier this year dropped. Her lawyer said her husband will not testify against her because the couple have personally and legally reconciled. The mayor was arrested when her husband told responding officers that she bit him, hit him, and jumped on the hood of his car during an argument at their home. O'Connell pleaded not guilty to the charges and has remained free on personal recognizance. Captain Kelly Furtado will be sworn in next week as the Fall River Police Department's interim chief. She replaces Paul Gauvin, who stepped down last week due to complaints about his leadership and 2 union no-confidence votes. Furtado will be Fall River's first female police chief. A large protest was held as 185 new state troopers received the oath of office from Governor Maura Healey in Worcester. The protesters outside DCU Center yesterday were demanding answers over the death of state police trainee Enrique Delgado Garcia last month during a boxing exercise. The protesters say the state is moving too slowly in investigating the death and say it appears state police are trying to cover up what happened. Delgado Garcia's family also criticized the graduation ceremony, saying the celebration should have been postponed over his death. Hurricane Milton made landfall Wednesday night as a powerful Category 3 storm, bringing life-threatening storm surge, heavy winds, and rain. The storm has left more than 3 million customers without power after coming ashore earlier at Siesta Key, a barrier island just south of Sarasota. It's since been downgraded to a Category 1 with a maximum sustained wind of up to 85 miles per hour. And anti-obesity medications could soon be employer covered. Employees can learn whether they'll have it for the coming year during open enrollment. GLP-1 drugs like Wegovy have become extremely popular since coming on the market because of how effective they are treating diabetes and obesity. While these medications are often covered for diabetes, they're not usually covered for weight loss. In sports, the Bruins hope to bounce back from a season opener loss to the Florida Panthers back at TD Garden tonight to play the Montreal Canadiens. The Boston Celtics continue the preseason Saturday night with the Philadelphia 76ers at TD Garden. And the Patriots are home to play the Houston Texans on Sunday, minus safety Jabril Peppers. He's on the commissioner exempt list after being charged with assault and drug possession. Traffic and weather next. I'm Phil Devitt for Fun 107.
And I know it sounds early. It really does, but it is time because it takes a lot of time to get this stuff together. We are looking for this year's Holiday Wish Week families. So whenever we kick off Holiday Wish Week, we get so many families reaching out looking for help, but we've already selected them. This is the time. This is the time if your family needs help, or even more importantly, if you know of a family that has had a tough 2024. We want to know about it, please. Go to fun107.com. You can go to my page, where Michael Rock, I've got all my articles, and you're going to see wanted deserving South Coast families for Holiday Wish Week 2024. So again, if you know a family that, maybe they've got a sick child, maybe a sick parent, maybe a parent that passed away this year and the family is suffering, or, anything. Let us know about these families with obstacles. They do have to be local. So this is strictly for South Coast families. But there's plenty of need to go around here for sure. So if you know of a family, please go on fun107.com and fill out just a quick little form. Let us know their story. Let us know the background. Let us know what's going on with them and why they need help. Especially now, we've got a soft spot for kids.
Yes, we do.
Here on the show. So if they've got kids and the kids want toys or certain things, we want to know about it.
This is what sparks the spirit every year. It truly does. I mean, we've been doing this at least, we're coming, like 8 years?
Is
this number 10?
Year 10.
I was waiting for that.
Yep.
This is a very special year.
Year 10. So we need your help to find those very special families. And then what we do is we get all the forms, and we get all the applications together, and we've got a board that goes through and reads all of them.
Yes.
And that's not easy. We pick the 5 stories, the 5 families that we think we can help the most for. So
if we had it our way, we'd help out the world. But you know what? We do what we can to kind of help out the local families here in the South Coast. We get involved with the United Way of Greater New Bedford for this specific reason, to give back the holiday season. So it's more about just holiday parties and Santa and this and that. It's helping out the local family and children.
So listen, give that some thought. Get on the Fun 107 app or fun107.com and nominate a holiday wish week family. Again, now is the time to do this. Don't wait until December when you hear us talking about it on the air and we're making these families' wishes come true. That's not the time to let us know. Let us know now on the Fun 107 app or fun107.com. Holiday Wish Week families. We're now taking applications now through the end of the month. It is 7:55. And Phil Devitt with the headlines.
If the mayor of Taunton has her way, assault charges filed against her earlier this year will disappear. Shauna O'Connell and her husband had a fight several months back. He claimed she bit and hit him and then jumped on the hood of his car. Her lawyer says the husband won't testify against her because the couple have made up. A former Fall River grocery store owner has been found guilty on 4 counts related to his participation in the January 6, 2021 Capitol riot. Michael St. Pierre was convicted of civil disorder, destruction of government property, disorderly conduct, and committing an act of physical violence on Capitol grounds. He was found not guilty on 3 other charges. His sentencing is scheduled for March. Fall River's first female police chief will be sworn in next week. Captain Kelly Furtado is taking over for Paul Govin, who is out after some no-confidence votes from police. A Middleborough student is taking his free speech case to the Supreme Court. Liam Morrison was sent home from Nichols Middle School twice in 2023 for wearing a shirt that said there are only 2 genders. The school said the shirt violated its dress code, but Morrison argues it was his right to express his opinion. The appeals court ruled against him, but now he'll try his luck with the highest court in the land. First responders in Florida say they've been limited in performing rescues because of the intense winds from Hurricane Milton. Authorities are warning people in Central Florida that even if they call 911, they'll essentially be on their own until conditions are deemed safe for them to venture out. They say that includes calls from people who've lost touch with family members or who are anxious about property damage. Hurricane Milton made landfall last night as a Category 3 storm before being downgraded overnight to a Category 1. And robots can keep toddlers active. Researchers at Oregon State University put toddlers in a room with a basic robot that looks more like a modified Roomba vacuum than a human. It can throw balls and blow bubbles. Kids were much more active when the robot was operating in a way that kept them involved. Researchers say the goal is not to replace caregivers with robots, but to give them a tool that can engage with children. It could also be used with older adults. In sports, the Bruins, hoping to bounce back from a season opener loss to the Florida Panthers, back at TD Garden tonight for the home opener with the Montreal Canadiens. Boston Celtics continue the preseason Saturday with the Philadelphia 76ers at TD Garden, and the Patriots home to play the Houston Texans on Sunday. Traffic and weather next. I'm Phil Devitt for Fun 107.
Fun 107, the Fun Morning Show, looking at a sunny day today. Going to get into right about 60 for a high. Kind of a crisp, cool air out there this morning.
Well, to piggyback off of Bruno Mars and Lady Gaga, if the world was ending, my wife would still not allow me to use those decorative towels that hang on the stove in the kitchen.
Is that the policy?
That is the policy in my house, and I'm not... We had a bit of a, not a tiff, but like a little back and forth, and I'm like, listen, hun, I wash my hands. They're clean. I'm going to use the towel that's right there so I'm not constantly using paper towels.
Right.
I'm trying to be green here, okay?
Yeah, I got to be honest. I'm a little surprised. I thought I took your wife to be a green person.
She is.
So what the heck?
Do not touch the decorative towels that hang on the oven handle. Let's see, we got 2 here. One of them's got some corn on it. The other one says, welcome to our patch.
Your patch.
Welcome to our patch. I don't get it. And this isn't the first time, by the way. All year long, I can use those towels, except for this time of year. Thanksgiving and Christmas.
So she gets the seasonal ones. Maybe she's nostalgic for these. Like, are they family heirlooms? Because we have some of those.
Are pretty new.
We actually have some hand towels that were my wife's grandmother's towels. It might be great-grandmother's towels.
Wow.
And so I get a little nervous about wiping my hands on those.
And that's
I gotta be honest.
but like, is there another way that we can display these? So I don't know.
Where would you display them, though? That's a fair question. Does your dishwasher have a handle on it?
It doesn't. It doesn't. Basically, the only handle is the oven, which is right next to the sink.
What about your refrigerator?
Maybe you could put it on the fridge. I mean, no, it's just a regular door. So, like, yeah, it wouldn't make any sense to put it there either. It's almost like you'd have to put it, like, hanging from the cupboard or something like that underneath. Maybe I could put a couple hooks. Maybe that's what I do.
Tackle this like a man.
Yeah, exactly. Take the initiative to find a place for this. But I can't stand it. And then the problem is now I'll go and then I'll realize that I can't use it. Now I'm dripping on the floor. So now I got to clean that up. And guess what I got to clean that up with?
Paper towels.
Paper towels. See, it's an endless rotation of why is this a thing? And I ended up putting on my Facebook. I put a picture there, and I was bombarded by, I'll be honest, probably 99% women on this saying,
You're
do
wrong?
not touch them.
Really?
Do not touch them. They were standing up for my wife. They do, only a couple.
I think that's kind of silly. I mean, you put it up. You're putting them out there for what? To look at?
Jen Rogers says, "Don't you dare use the fall decorative towel." Okay, there is an explanation from some Facebook group called "It's Mama's Cookie" that says a friendly. I'll let you read this. Go ahead.
Friendly reminder to all husbands and kids out there as we enter the fall and winter seasons. These are called decorative towels. The key word here is decorative. Just completely disregard the word towel. The sole purpose is to be purposeless and pretty.
Great.
That's it. If you use these to dry off your disgusting hands,
excuse me,
erroneous on both counts.
Erroneous.
They're not disgusting hands. You just washed the hands. But all right.
I only use those towels for after I wash my hands.
So it says, if you use them on your disgusting hands after being out of the garage, dry dishes, or wipe the counters down with them, your wife will likely get a little twitchy and a bit dysfunctional over it. These are decorations. You've been warned. Do not do it.
Now, I did have a couple of people in the comments say that they have the decorative towels. Yes, they allow the family to use it. I don't know.
Here's what I would think. If I'm your wife, right?
Yeah.
Use the towels, and then if they get dirty or worn out, just get new towels.
Exactly. Unless they're
freshen it up a little bit.
Family heirlooms, like you mentioned.
That's different.
That's
I get that.
But don't put them there. Hang them somewhere else. So I guess the question I have today is this rule applied to you in your household?
Yeah, what is the policy in your house?
What's the policy? Because I'm getting a little fed up. I know it's so petty. It's so small, so minor. But at the same time, I do a majority of the cooking in the house. I want to make sure my hands are squeaky clean beforehand.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to just keep going through the Bounty paper towels. I'm not made of money over here.
And you don't hate Mother Earth.
I don't hate Mother Earth. I'm just trying to dry my hands. And I'm getting all
Why is your wife being such a hater?
Come on.
508-994-1071 or submit audio on the Fun 107 app. Fun 107, home of 30 grand in your hand, and another grand prize winner guaranteed next week, $30,000, if you can believe it. We're just days away from another $30,000 winner. Here is this hour's code, 141. You got 9 minutes left to enter that on the Fun 107 app, and then a brand new code coming up right after 9, along with another free money winner. So 141, open up that Fun 107 app, hit the money bag symbol, and scroll down to today's date and time, and enter 141. We've got Bree from New Bedford on the phone. She says, Gazelle, she used to have hand towels like your wife has, the decorative hand towels. Used to.
Yeah, used to.
And then her husband ruined the whole thing. So you used to have these?
I did.
And you just gave up?
I gave up. My husband just kept using them, so I just gave up.
Did he have clean or dirty hands before using them? Be honest.
Usually dirty.
Okay. See,
wait, but no, how is that possible? What would it be? So he had dirty hands and go wipe his dry, dirty hands on your towels? I don't believe that.
Yeah, but he'd be like cooking. He'd had cooking grease on him, everything.
I mean, that's unsanitary if you think about it. What if he's got chicken and he's got salmonella all over his fingertips, and then he goes and...
Exactly.
I hate to be a hater, but I'm on your side with this one, Bree. Now, let me ask you this. He washes his hands. They are clean. no ounce of dirt on them. Then he goes use his towels. Is this a different situation?
No, I mean, as long as it's going to air dry anyways, but I'm going to replace them over time.
Now, is it only a problem during this time of year with like Thanksgiving, Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas?
Yeah, I buy Valentine's Day ones too. Well, I used to, and the same thing would happen. So it's universal towels now.
So basically, this is why we can't have nice things.
Exactly.
All right, Bree. Thanks for calling in. We appreciate it.
No problem.